Hi there, my name is Kim and I work for the East Sussex Careers Hub. Today, as part of digital OpenDoors, I will be taking you on a tour of the Depot Cinema in Lewes. This is me and my colleague Ryan. We're going to meet Natasha and Petra, who will take us on the tour of the depot and talk to us about what they do.
Hi, welcome to Depot. So Depot's been open since 2017. It's a brand new build. It's now obviously a destination restaurant, bar and of course 3-screen cinema with events and education facilities. So we're very lucky as a cinema to have a fantastic outdoor space, and that's been particularly wonderful this year because our wildflower garden orchard have been in full bloom all year. And we've had lots of space for our public to feel safe and be outdoors and enjoy the sunshine.
The depot was designed with inclusivity in mind, with intuitive and accessible construction throughout. Those with visual and hearing impairments are accounted for with clear signs and bright contrasting features, as well as gender-neutral toilets throughout. They also have special screenings for captioned films and viewings for those with autism and dementia. We're going to talk to some of the staff now.
Sure. Started off very young, interested in films. Early on, sort of early 20s, I was lucky enough to join a TV and production company. Went filming in America, which was fantastic. So was with that company for a few years. I also owned at one point a video rental company of my own. But the basis of all of that would be admin, PA kind of experience. So the creative sector is fantastic if you have that kind of brain. If you want to use those skills, whatever it may be, it could be photography, it could be filming, it could be animation. And if that is the way that your brain works, it's a brilliant sector to be in. And I wish everybody good luck.
I've been in hospitality for quite a while, since I was about 21, I think. And before that, I was just sort of stacking shelves in a supermarket. But the job I had before this was supervising in a picnic restaurant in an opera house. So that was cool. Yeah, well, I've got a degree in creative writing, which isn't necessarily intrinsically related, but it does help, just sort of talking to people, which is a big part of the job, and getting used to that and sort of, trying to get a script, which it doesn't sound like a good way of doing it, but once you have a sort of robust way of, something to work from, talking to people becomes easier. I think a lot of skills that you can pick up in a short amount of time that if they're on your CV will help massively, like barista training, basically anything where you're face to face with somebody has a transfer over to this kind of job. Yeah, don't make a decision straight away. You've got loads of time, mate. If it takes 5 years to get to a decision where you're in a career for the next sort of 30-40 years, then that's time well spent. Because it took me a while to get around to it as well. Yeah, you'll be alright, don't worry.
There is a lot going on at the depot. They run events as well as the cinema and have a full restaurant team. We're about to talk to one of the chefs, Tiago.
Well, 15 years.
15 years.
It's all about the food and the people are happy after it. So that's the thing. I think it's the most pleasure that we can take it off and take out of the food when you eat outside on the table and you're happy with what you ate. Yes, we eat a lot. Here is not a huge place, but we do lots of nice food and other places like fine dining. It's lovely. You need to enjoy this job. You need to love it. You can do it as a normal job like everybody else, but if you don't feel it and you don't love what you do, it's not the same when with people.
Okay.
To enjoy it really, 100%.
Sustainability is very important to the depot, which we can see here on top of their unique rooftop view. This living roof works as a natural sound insulation, heat insulation, as well as increasing the biodiversity as the depot is inside the South Downs National Park. The species planted on this roof are native to the area and include a wildflower patch, as well as being home to bees and insects, which are pollinators in the area. The depot is also made of local materials such as the slate roof and the chestnut borders, as well as the pebbles that are from the beach.
We're going to go into our screens now to take a look. We've got 3 screens, one of them being the largest ones. In the box office here we have both duty manager roles as well as box office assistant roles. We also have volunteer ushers, who are the ones that check the tickets and help everybody get to their seat. So let's go and have a look in screen 1. So this is the largest of our screens, and like Tasha already mentioned, it's the one with the very fancy sound and audio. It's really sort of state of the art.
This larger screen also has many question and answer sessions with directors and casts, as well as satellite link-ups. They also host DJs and live performances here. This is screen 3, which is the smallest screen with only 42 seats. It shows smaller films and can also be privately hired. Now we are going to meet Carmen, who is the director and programmer of the depot.
So I've got 2 job roles. One of them is the director, which means I head every team that we have. We run a cinema and we run a restaurant, we run events and an education program as well. So the different teams are, we've got a marketing team, we've got a technical team, we've got a restaurant team, we've got a box office team, so where tickets are sold, an events team and an education team. So I head all of those. I've got a university degree, I've got a BA. I don't think you necessarily need that. You need quite a lot of experience. You need very good organisational and managerial skills. And often you learn that along the way. So directors are often not young people as such. So you grow into becoming a director from lots of different experience that you've picked up along the way. I enjoy almost everything. I love working in the creative sector. I love working in the arts. I love working with lots of people. There are also challenges attached to that, but overall it's really fulfilling. Working in the arts is a territory where you're often put on projects, where you bring people together. So bringing people together who have a really good time is the best feeling, really. Sometimes I'm a little bit too busy. I'm busy every day and I could easily not stop working at all. So if there was kind of an end to my work list on some days, that would be really good. I think one of the things that people who work in the arts have got in common is a huge passion for their field. And so my passion for film started early on, and I've always followed that through. And I started working voluntary for cinemas, for independent cinemas. I've set up my own clubs. And I think personally one of my strengths is that whenever I wanted to do something, if it wasn't around or I couldn't find a job in a particular role, I would just set up an organisation myself. And that's from something as banal as setting up a cycling club for women to eventually building my own cinema, which I've done in this occasion.
Thank you to everyone at the depot for welcoming the East Sussex Careers Hub. You too can visit the depot in Lewes 7 days a week to see their cinema or eat in the restaurant. If you check out their website, you can even sign up to online film classes. The careers-based task is available by contacting the OpenDoors team, whose details are in the bio below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you at the next Digital OpenDoors video. Bye!